We're just expecting like the ability to drive forward from midfield like this, and then to be able to do this. Just like that. Just like that. That's what you're going to get from him, guys. So let's get into another game. For cheap FIFA 23 coins, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com to get fast and reliable coins. And make sure you use code VIPER at checkout. Get yourself a 5% discount. So, EA have dropped Patrick Vieira's Trophy Titans icon card as an SBC into FIFA 23. This is a massive, massive SBC from EA. 85 pace and 87 dribbling. 82 for shooting, 84 for passing. 92 for defending and 93 for physical. If you're not an avid player of FIFA, you might look at the passing stat and think, oh man, this isn't a card for me. But I promise you, it's brought down by a lot of the other things. Crossing, free kick accuracy, stuff like that. He's 6'4", medium high work rate, right-footed, 3-star skills, and an upgrade to his weak foot up to a 4-star. In terms of his traits, he's got the power header trait, which is nice considering he's 6'4". It's actually a really nice trait to have for a midfielder. And he can play CDM other than centre mid. His in-game stats are as follows. He's got 87 acceleration and 84 sprint speed. His shooting stats are actually okay. If you wanted to play him as a box-to-box midfielder, his Trivela shots will be really good with that shot power and long shots. You know, the finishing's okay as well. As I said, as you look at his passing, crossing, free kick accuracy, and curve destroy the base card stat on this. He's actually got 91 for both vision, short pass, and long pass, which is amazing. And if you're on new gen, this card is certainly one to consider. 76 agility, 92 strength means he's going to be lengthy, which is very good in the midfield. 72 balance as well. It's here, not there. He's meant to be quite heavy the way he plays, and plays well heavy. 91 reactions and ball control, 87 dribbling, and 93 composure. So outside of the agility and balance, his dribbling stats are very good for a CDM. Defensively, he's got a few things that are a bit strange. Interceptions are unbelievable. Heading accuracy is good, with okay jumping at 6'4" with the power header trait. 87 defensive awareness, I think, is a little bit low. 96 stand tackle was brilliant, and an 89 for slide tackle was also decent. 96 stamina is amazing. 92 strength and 95 aggression make up Vieira's card. And I've gone for a shadow on him. The main reason for the shadow is the pace upgrade, up to 93 pace now, up to 95 for acceleration, and 92 for sprint speed. Goes up to 99 interceptions, goes up to 89 heading accuracy, 91 defensive awareness, max out stand tackle at 99, and also max out slide tackle at 99. Guys, we've also reviewed McAllister on the channel as well, so go and check that out if you haven't sien it already. This is the team I'm going to be playing him in, probably as the CDM in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Let's get into a few games and see how good Vieira is. Alright then, guys, so live game with Vieira coming up now, and he's going to be playing actually on the right-hand side of midfield in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. We are also reviewing McAllister at the moment as well. We have got the live game with him, so this is the live game now with Patrick Vieira. We're just expecting... Oh my god, what a tackle that was. We're just expecting like the ability to drive forward from midfield like this, and then to be able to do this. Just like that. Just like that. That's what you're going to get from him, guys. So let's get into another game. Alright then, fellas. Another game. This guy looks like he's got a good team. I see Renato. I see R9. Who's that there? I'm not too sure who that was. Cavani's won the ball back straight away there, though. Oh. Not in a million years is that a foul. Not in a million. Not even in a billion years is that a foul. Good defending there from Rio. Let's get this ball into Patty V. Little knockdown. Very nice. It's very interesting that they gave him an SBC. I didn't think they would give him an SBC. I suppose the thing I don't like about them actually giving him the SBC is it kind of gets rid of the World Cup swaps card that was absolutely amazing, and was kind of putting Vieira in a very specific kind of team, and not a lot of people had it, and now it's just like, okay, we've got a better card out, so there's kind of no point having the World Cup one anymore. You might as well upgrade it. I know a lot of people like that card because of how rare he is. Just kind of gets away from the rarity of it, I think, a little bit, which is a bit sad. But yeah, Vieira is a godlike card usually every year. I don't know if you guys have been playing FIFA for years, but Vieira usually gets in a lot of the pro teams early doors. So the reason for that is because he can do stuff like that. Just, oh my, that pass there. Oh, Cavani! That is horrendous. But that's why he's good though. He can move forward from the midfield like that. Drive. Look at that as well, man. He should have won the ball back there. That's the other thing that I've found really good about Vieira over the years. And you can certainly see it a lot more now on new gen. His long legs, his tackles, everything about him is perfect. Back into him. Plays it back into Alba. I don't know how on earth that's gone back into Alba there. That was a mad pass. Vieira staying tight here. Oh, never mind, not tight enough. You can't really feel the lengthy anymore when defending though. So with Vieira being a CDM, you kind of need him to feel like that defensively. You know, the lengthy, you know, you only really get it when you're on the ball nowadays, which could be a turn off to some people. I understand that as well, but I think this card, because he's got a bit of utility in where you can play him, you want to play him as a centre mid, you do that. You want to play him as a CDM, you do that too. If you want to play him as a centre back, you certainly can very, very easily. So, card's got a lot of utility in my opinion. He is a bit heavy. You know, I do think cards like the Renato Sanchez, for example, that we've got, the De Bruyne that we've got, are better. But I do think this Vieira still has a place in teams for sure. That's a lovely pass there. And what on earth is McAllister? Oh my God, McAllister. Win that, Vieira. He's certainly not the best going coast to coast. I'll give him that. He's certainly more of a CDM, even though he was a bit more coast to coasty in real life. You know, he's certainly not that kind of player. You know, we tried him out in centre mid for a bit of time now, and this guy's obviously a good player. And that's how we know that this card really should be playing as a CDM. He can pass the ball well, like very, very well. But that's all he can really do in that spot, unless you get him into that area where he can drive, like this, is where you really want him. Because if he can drive, he can make the good passes like that, and we can almost score off of it, you know. But because he's not lengthy defending wise anymore when he's off the ball, it's kind of hard to use him in that centre mid spot and get him back into position, I suppose. With that being said, though, guys, we played, what's that, 25 minutes of this game. I went to look at the clock there, and we're going to concede off of it. No, we're not. Okay, yeah, we played 25 minutes. Let's go to some highlights. That is lovely play. It's a lovely ball from Vieira there too. It's a good save from whoever he's got in net there. Vieira's won it back. That is passion if I've ever seen it. It's really good dribbling actually too. Wow. He certainly isn't the best attacking wise, guys. Not that you really expect it, but yeah, definitely only complete this card if you're going to play him as a CDM. These are positions that he is actually quite good from though. As you can see, because he's got that low shot power, he can do them trivellers very comfortably. Oh, Vieira, that's unbelievable. This is where Vieira's best. He's in that CDM role now, guys. Just driving forward, man. The best way to use him all the time. Look at that pass. That's just an absolute joke. There he goes. That is where he's best, guys. Completely and utterly, that's where he's best. Look at how good his passing is, guys. That's all made from Vieira's passing. So the review is in on Patrick Vieira's Trophy Titans card. And whilst I think this card is very good, do I think he's worth all these segments? Absolutely no chance. Not when there's other players, shapeshifters, level ups that can really compete with him. And it's just too expensive. You know, he's a good card. And I would say straight away, if you're an old gen player, do not bother. Do not bother with this card. I do think there's some argument to not bother with him on new gen as well. Because at the end of the day, on old gen, you've got Kante, who is levels above this card, in my personal opinion. On new gen, there is an argument because he's lengthy, because he's great in the CDM role, because he can play centre mid okay, because he can play centre back as well. He could arguably be one of the best centre backs for you on the game, is what I will say. But generally speaking, he's overpriced when you've got the kind of cards that you've got in the game right now. You know, Vieira has in previous years had a bit of an aura about him. Not so much this year. If you've got someone like Virgil van Dijk, you're just literally using this card with a bit more stats, honestly. But something about Vieira has gone that used to be there in previous years. He doesn't feel as good at tackling. He doesn't feel as fast off the ball. He doesn't jockey the way he used to. He doesn't have the long legs anymore, even though he does have long legs. Something just feels off with this card compared to previous years. I still think it's an absolute monster, but it's just kind of compared to the other cards you've got in the game. I think he's absolutely not worth it. I think the value for this card is going to be like a 2 out of 10. I do still think he's good though. Don't get it wrong. But because of how many good CDMs there are on the game, because if you want to play him at centre mid to get the trivellers to work, you have to really sacrifice a good box-to-box. Vieira isn't a good box-to-box. If Vieira is meant to play that CDM role or that centre-back role, The only real way I would say to complete this card would be if you're going to play him in centre-back. I don't think there's any other real space for him in many of our teams. So take this card with a bit of caution. If you love Vieira, of course, go and get him. But he is not as good as he used to be. So take that into account, guys. Let me know what you think of this SBC, and let me know if you're going to complete him. But as I said, he is not the same Vieira of previous years. He used to be a pro's wet dream. Not anymore, guys. He is not that player. What a dynamic image. Decent card. A bit too late into the game cycle to be getting a card like this, though, in my opinion, guys. If you have enjoyed today's video, leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so it's per review. But guys, that's going to be it for me for now. So take care.